Good afternoon. I'm here this afternoon with Ted Jordan, also known as Ted Kraft. We're out here in Rapid City, out in South Dakota. I met Ted we met in Arizona, and had opportunity to work with you. I want to thank you, and several years back. Ted, where did it all start for you?
Oh man, it started about 7 hours east of right where we're sitting, which is southern Minnesota, Bobby. That's where I grew up, was born on a farm, 6 siblings, 7 kids, mom and dad, cold winters, milking cows, going to 4-H, and we raised mink, believe it or not.
Wow.
Beautiful pelts. We would work all those, and Dad would take them to Minneapolis to the big auctions. And so the farm life was really where I was. It wasn't for me. I wanted out of there. I was loving art. I've been an artist, graphic design, my whole life. And so, Bobby, I was itching. I had actually, on the farm, I won a contest, sophomore in high school, over the whole state of Minnesota. And I won me a trip to New York, the World's Fair, Statue of Liberty, Greenwich Village, the whole thing as a 15-year-old kid. So that was quite a time.
Can I ask what year that was?
That was 1965, the World's Fair.
Wow.
In New York.
15 years old.
And I got to go there, so it was quite. But, Bobby, that's where everything began for me. And then something great happened. I always, as a kid on the farm, wanted to draw. I loved drawing, sketching. I wanted to draw for Walt Disney. I had that animation in my head. Well, a moment of opportune came when my father packed us all up, 63, 64, and he moved out west to California. Northern Cal, Redding, California. He had 4 buddies from Minnesota. They built that town. We built this city, not on rock and roll, but they built a lot of homes in Redding, and that's where I finished high school. And then I was still interested in art, but then I began getting involved in a rock and roll band, playing music. The Beatles were famous. I was beginning to learn instruments, so I was in bands, and then I started DJing.
Right.
And I got involved in some radio stations up in Redding, California. Like I say, my first interview up there was with Brenton Wood, a great oldie but goodie artist. And then I went off to radio school. Funny little note, Bobby, I was signed up for my first year in college, freshman in college, Shasta College, and I bought the books, and I had a little radio job at a local station in the evenings, and it all happened one night. And I wish I could get a hold of this fellow, but I've never been able to find him. But a buddy of mine called me, requested a song, and he said, "Ted, you sound like the big guys, the professionals in San Francisco and LA." And that so blew my mind, I quit college the next day. Bobby, I quit college the next day. I sold my books back for dime on the dollar, and I went off to Huntington Beach to radio school to get my first class radio operator's license. And that you needed that to be able to change power. It was ridiculous in those days, but to change power in the evening time from 5,000 watts to 10 or 50,000, you needed this radio. With this radio license, Bobby, I was legal to tear a radio station apart and put it back together. And I was a stupid disc jockey, but you had to get this test, this license.
Wow.
And so later they changed that to where you only needed a permit to change the power. But then I got into radio, Bobby, and I went down to Stockton, California. I worked radio in Stockton, KSTN, and then I moved on to Fresno, California, with the RKO, Drake Chenault, the top 40 boss radio group. And I was with them for about 3 years, and then I got out of that, and I started moving into gospel music. I began writing songs, had my own band for 20 years in San Joaquin Valley. We travel everywhere, Bobby. But
I've seen that. I've heard, had the opportunity.
There's some on YouTube.
I've seen that. You're a youngster and singing about Jesus, and it's just fabulous.
Just some fun things.
Yeah.
Thanks for YouTube. I mean, you can post memories up there, like or like we're going to do with these videos.
Yeah. Well, I'm amazed. The art. I just learned that about you now. What a great artist you are. Okay, but the instruments, I couldn't believe all the instruments you play. How many instruments you play?
Bobby, I play about 9 or 10. And Bob, what happened was after I did leave disc jockeying, then I had a recording studio. And I began producing acts,
Right.
all kinds of bands and soloists. And I did that for 30, 40 years, from the mid-'80s on up till now. I'm actually producing my 19-year-old daughter. We've got an album finishing up. She's a phenomenal vocalist. I've never heard the girl sing flat or sharp in my life, and I've worked with hundreds of vocalists.
Well,
but, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Your daughter, she's amazing. Not only is she beautiful, the voice is.
She's natural.
Yes.
Natural. And she was, like I say, folks, that little gift that came along at the young age of 51. And the wife and I, Mama had to take medicine to get our first 2 daughters. We got 3 kids. And that third one suddenly came along all natural, and she's just 4.0 at Arizona State. She's brilliant. She's studying coding, and everybody wants her to go and be on The Voice, the big television vocal channel. But we've trained her a little different. Celebrity's not the life you go for. You get a solid life, and then if some things come along, take them. But you don't hang your hat in celebrity land. Too many heartaches, sir.
Well, I met you through a friend of mine who you've been recording
and producing his music
videos.
videos.
And that's how we met. And
that's right.
Yeah.
And then when I did meet Bobby, which is interesting, Julian Michaels is his name. Look him up on YouTube. Julian Michaels. We've done about 6 music videos. Phenomenal vocalist. As a matter of fact, we were chatting about him yesterday, how he sang the national anthem once in Vegas, and Priscilla Presley came up. Robert Goulet, they wanted to get involved with him. Great story. But so what I'm sorry, I got off track. You were asking me.
I got him started. You can ask him.
Oh no, wait.
And
yes, I met you through Julian.
Yes.
Michael Julian's.
Right.
And I got you into one of my movies.
Exactly. And
we produced you as an actor.
Right.
In
and,
The Wren, you can look up in quotes The Wren, the name of a bird,
project.
on YouTube. Great little 20-minute movie.
Yeah. Well,
I think I'm okay, Bobby. No, I'll cut and edit.
Okay. So anyway, I've seen the work you've done there. We did the acting. I've seen your promotion, all your directing, your acting.
Some of the
I've seen
artwork.
all of,
the artwork.
No, I didn't see. Yeah, I've seen that, but not your drawings. And man, you're just a genius. I tell everybody this guy is a genius.
Well,
listen, you're very modest, but
well, let me tell you this. Yes, I did get lots of talents from the good Lord, but like they say, sometimes you end up a starving artist because you don't think of business. You're having so much fun with the art. You need someone on the side to book you, to take care of you. And my wife has done that. Others have done that. But no, I don't have a bank full of money, but I've sure loved everything I've done.
Well, you're with the Lord. And, another thing, you're also a clown. You were a clown, and then the Red Fox.
Red Skelton.
Go ahead,
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
What's interesting? Yes. Bobby, I've been on stage entertaining. I play about 8 instruments. In my show, though, I would entertain in Arizona, Texas, with the RV resorts, the winter people. They call them snowbirds. They stay in the winter in these states. And my father and I started entertaining them. And before long, people would walk up and they'd say, "You remind us of Red Skelton." And after about 80 people, it took a while for me to get the hint. One Christmas, my wife handed me 3 videos of Red Skelton. She said, "Study him, put him into your act," because, they're not telling you look like Elvis. They're telling you Red. So move in. And she was fantastic to do that. And I began doing Red Skelton and had my best runs. We were busy all season, all 5 months in a row, all winter, big money, and doing God bless and good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just happened to have those same ones you're talking about, and I happened to see him last night, and I believe he was 80 years old.
Wow.
He's being interviewed, and in Toronto.
That's right.
And
That's right.
And
He
then
did a
after
great show
that,
there.
I seen your tribute to him, which was I really enjoyed it immensely. And
You can find that on YouTube, folks. The
YouTube,
tribute
yes.
to Red Skelton.
Yes. So-
And with Nat King Cole's song "Smile."
Oh yeah.
It fits a clown so perfect.
Yeah.
Smile.
I had a video somebody did. It was for United Way. These Italian guys did. I was doing. I was in a video. I was doing a birthday party for Willie Mays,
Wow.
and
My.
he did. There was a benefit by this guy Walter Schurenstein in San Francisco. He owned so many buildings, and he owned the RKO Theater.
Wow.
And they were doing a tribute to him, and they were doing a Willie Mays thing, and these guys just happened to be videotaping it, and they gave me a copy, which got stolen. They also gave me this thing that they did because I was Bobby the Clown, and they gave that to me, and they had Tony Bennett as a clown, and also had Emmett Kelly in there, and they
Great.
gave that to me. That was precious, and it got stolen. But smile, put on a happy face.
Put on that happy.
Tony Bennett put on the clown makeup.
Did
and
he
sang
really?
that, yeah.
I've never seen Bennett do the clown thing.
And that bit where Emmett Kelly was sweeping and the spotlight.
I love that. I love that.
And it was very special. And
Such great moments.
Yeah.
And Skelton always said he didn't need to be foul. He didn't need to use foul language.
Exactly.
He was a funny man to look at and a funny man, and he mimed so much. You have to look him up, folks. Red Skelton on YouTube. You'll see.
I was in Hawaii on vacation, and I was getting ready to leave, and I seen an advertisement that he had a art exhibit.
Oh, yes.
And you
He was a
mentioned how
painter.
many of he had.
Oh, he's a painter.
Yeah.
Clowns.
And-
He painted clowns.
Right, and he had an exhibit, but he had all these different places. Do you know he had it all over the world?
Oh,
He
I
had-
know he did. No, they had his art.
Yeah, no, it was his studios. Did you
Yeah.
know that?
Oh, no, I didn't
Yeah,
know
check
about
out that
that.
interview, and
Yeah.
he says he had those galleries.
Yes.
Anyway, I wanted to go see it, but my plane was leaving the day that he was arriving and go to.
Bobby, I've got one even better than that. I was setting up to entertain out near Apache, Arizona, near Phoenix, to do my show about 10, 12 years ago. And there was a little gal I'd met previously at another concert. And she came to me before the show and she said, "Ted, have you got a minute?" And he'd come out to the car. I said, "Keep it clean, lady. What's going on here?" Old lady, Anyway, we get out to the true story. We get out to the car. She brings out an old painting of an apple and an orange and maybe a pear. And it's very amateurish looking. And she said, "Somebody gave me this and said I could maybe use the frame." She said, "But then I looked at the signature. I looked down at the corner and it said red, R-E-D, going down, Skelton, going through, as in a cross.
On the
Red,
E.
that was painted by Red Skelton. On the back, in pencil, written on the wood, this was all wood and wire, it said Red Skelton, Palm Springs, California. And those kind of things pop up on rare occasion. I did get on the internet to try to find if they were looking for that given a picture, what its value would be. That, being it's one of the original old ones, would be worth thousands and thousands. And I should have stayed in touch with her, but I don't know what I'm sure she kept it till whatever. But hey, Bobby, listen, it's been fun visiting. Today, I'm retired, Bob, out in beautiful Arizona. I spend the summers here in Rapid City. We got together. I'm so glad you came to visit. We went up to Mount Rushmore, Deadwood, and we went and saw Wild Bill Hickok's grave site. A lot of fun out here, folks. You need to come to the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. But Bob, now I spend a lot of time just helping people.
Right.
I produce music, yet for a few chosen myself. I'm doing my favorite all-time songs so my children and family have them someday down the road. And I love doing art-free caricatures. I'm drawing a little bit at Keystone, which is right below Rushmore. So, Bobby, yes, any other questions?
Yeah, well, this trip is part of my bucket list, but I'm going to be honest with you. This was an excuse to come and hook up with you, brother. And I'm so grateful for this interview.
Bobby, listen, we're doing these interviews today, and these, while we've been sitting here interviewing, I thought these interviews are going to be priceless,
Yes.
years down the road and
Right.
for families. So we're getting these on You too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bobby.
No, thank you. And
Come on, let's shake hands.
shake and let me look in there and say goodbye to
Yeah,
everybody.
say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you very much,
Hey.
Ted. We love you, brother.
Fun, man. And,
Yeah.
and we're going to keep on with the music.
Great.
And the hits just keep on coming.
That's right. Hey, give us that little sound from what you did back in Fresno.
And the hits just keep on coming. KFRC San Francisco,
And in Fresno.
KYNO Fresno, KHJ Los Angeles.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.